he's like, oh, you guys have to go to space. And they're like, and the X-Men are like, but why though? And he's like, I don't know. Hello. It's me. It's Golden Planks here. And you know what day it is when this video releases? I have no idea. But you know what day it is right now? It's Christmas. So happy Christmas. And probably also happy late New Year. You might notice Alec, I brought a doll to hang out with us today. And she was one of my Christmas gifts. And since today is Christmas, I really wanted to hang out with her. Don't mind her. Oh yeah, today we're gonna start with Jean. So we're gonna get all of these out of the way. This is Jean, right? Yes, okay. Chic. I really wanna get it started with the speed. So Jean and Wolverine. I'm gonna start with the back area. Have you ever loved a woman that already has a boyfriend? Has that ever happened to you? I can't say that's ever. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. Like, if you count celebrities, then definitely it probably happens all the time. But in your own personal life, has that ever happened to you? Because I know that probably sucks, and depending what kind of person you are, then it can really go to shit. I don't know exactly where I'm going with that thought, but like in most animated series that I've seen, it's evident, and probably everyone already knows, that Wolverine has a crush. Actually, crush feels a bit juvenile because he's a grown man, but you know, like a crush on Jean, and it feels kind of bad watching because it's like Jean is not nice enough to like say fuck off forever, but she's also like too nice in the way. No, let me restart that. Like, Jean is too nice, but also mean in the same way where it's like she rejects him, but it's not like in a clear enough way to stop him from simping, and it's not her fault. I'm gonna go sit over here actually. There we go. I don't want to reduce all of the conversation topics for Jean and Wolverine to be like relationship topics, because it's like, well, it feels bad to like boil them down to the, I don't know, I was about to say freaky, but I don't think freaky is the right descriptor. Their slightly strange relationship to like all the other things that happen to them. Honestly, the backstories are strange. I still don't 1000% understand Wolverine's, because I think it definitely changes to what's more sorry, I didn't mean to kick you. For what's more convenient to each series, you know? But like, even the things that stay the same are strange. Not in a bad way, just in a, well, that was weird kind of way. Because it's very science experimenty. And depending how much you understand really depends on that moment. I don't know how accurate it is to like the comics or like the current lore of the comics, but I do think the original series explains it. I think in probably excessive detail. If you imagine the target audience, the original target audience of the original show, it was a bunch of kids being like, oh, I wanna watch a cartoon, and the X-Men are playing, and then there's an episode explaining all of Wolverine's fucked up backstory. I know this is probably wrong in so many ways, but this is what I remember specifically from the animated series off the top of my head. And then the X-Men somehow find him. I don't know when or how, that I do not remember at all. And then, I guess, I think they said that, Professor Xavier helped him with anger issue. He's, controlling his anger. Something like that, they said. That's not right, I don't like that. Somehow that leads him to fall in love with Jean. Because, why? Actually, now that I think about it, why? Because I don't know if they said specifically why, and I just forgot, in this specific series. I'm guessing it has something to do with the anger issues. Because, Jean's thing is that not only does she have... Well, I guess it's technically also Professor Xavier's thing. But, her thing specifically is that she's also, really empathetic. Is that a word? Empathetic. I think it is a word. No. Wolverine falls in love with Jean, but Jean is already in love with Cyclops, and Cyclops is already in love with her because they know each other from the original teen days. So really, now that I've put it like that, Wolverine looks freaking weird, and now Jean looks like a really nice person because she's standing the crush of some guy, even though she's probably had a really long-term relationship with Cyclops, which in turn makes you feel really bad for Cyclops because he's had probably a long-term girlfriend, and now there's a guy who's like, can I have some too, please? No sis, I've been in line since we were kids. Get back in line. That's how I perceived it. I don't know if that's how I was meant to perceive it, but indeed that's what it felt like. So then Jean, who is really nice, as I already said, I think she realizes how important she is to Wolverine, and to the same extent his mental health. Therefore, I feel like she probably realizes that if she's too rude to him, shit could go down, She is standing. Not only Wolverine having a crush on her when evidently she probably doesn't want him to, but also Scott. So now I'm losing track of the conversation, but now I feel really annoyed for Jean because she has to stand two men, and it's okay, Scott was probably already bad enough. Now she also has to stand Wolverine's bullshit. Okay, hopefully that keeps the pieces down. Now I think that was perfect English. That was all of the light blue pieces. Now we have to do all of the dark blue pieces, which hopefully isn't hard because they're connected. A lot of them have hair and superpower on them, so yay. Oh, I thought I paused the recording, but I didn't. I'm back. Okay, I'm back. Anyways, I was able to talk about the Phoenix. Yes. So, what I was about to say, I think the Phoenix in the original animated show, kind of like Wolverine's backstory, is also explaining probably the greatest detail out of any of their series, in the sense that there's so many episodes about the Phoenix, and I don't think it's necessarily a negative thing. It's just that sometimes you're just kind of over it. And like, to be fair, that's the theme of the season that it happens, but also it's like, this poor woman, let her catch a singular break. Okay, hello everybody, it's me, it's voiceover Planks here. Originally here was an 18-minute, I don't know, overview of like the plot of the Phoenix in the original animated show, but I do not want to make people watch that, so I'm here to try and summarize it. So, I was saying that it was kind of weird watching X-Men 97 because it includes the Phoenix and I don't know what to call her, the Professor Xavier's weird alien girlfriend, and those are things that are like very well explained in the original series, but like since you don't necessarily have to watch the original series to watch X-Men 97, it's kind of strange. But I was explaining how the plot was kind of weird because like it starts with Professor Xavier getting like visions from I think it's from the lady, that's the alien lady. So he starts getting visions and then like he's like, oh, you guys have to go to space, and they're like, and the X-Men are like, but why though? And he's like, I don't know. So they go to space and they kidnap a guy so that he can fly the ship for them. They arrive, they fall into a trap. And they have to like emergency go down, and the guy who they kidnapped is like, I don't think we're gonna survive this unless somebody goes into this like other part of the ship and flies it, and Jean is like, I'll do it because I can protect myself by doing who knows what with my powers. And Scott's like, no, let me do it. And everyone is like, no, let Jean do it. So Jean does it, and that somehow leads her to becoming the Phoenix. I don't know, like, I guess the Phoenix was just like on that part of the ship. Who knows? I don't remember exactly. So then, a bunch of shit happens. They meet the lady that was sending the visions after everybody thought that Professor Xavier had gone crazy and he was imagining that he had a girlfriend, basically. So then, the alien lady finds the Phoenix, and Jean comes and she's like, oh my gosh, you're the Phoenix, you're the protector of the crystal I'm with, and I'm trying to protect from the guy that set the trap. So blah 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 blah, they lose the crystal, but then to the evil guy, and the evil guy tries to destroy the universe. But then Jean, because she's the Phoenix, she like stops him, and then she takes the crystal and flies into the sun, and everybody cries because they're like, oh shit, Jean just flew into the sun. But then she comes back, and yeah, that's the summarized version. Be very thankful you didn't have to listen to the 18-minute version. And she literally only turns into the Phoenix just to save everyone, and it feels like, I'm gonna be very honest, I don't know if that was a good idea, because they never explained why the Phoenix, who the Phoenix, what the Phoenix really meant. They just brought it up in the sense of like, I was the Phoenix, no, I was the Phoenix, and the Phoenix caused these, but they never even really said it was like still there. So I can't say at the very least that Jean turning into the Phoenix again at the end of the series, while she looked very pretty, was annoying to me. I was like, please leave. I don't know if anyone else felt annoyed. But it's not like the Phoenix's fault. It's not because the Phoenix is bad. I probably should have said that earlier. And it's like, yeah, I shouldn't project that onto the series that did nothing wrong. I get that that's personal. I don't hold that against the series at all. I'm probably gonna have to cut a lot of that out. I'm probably gonna edit it back and be like, no. Hi, it's me. I left myself less than a minute to be able to read to you some Jean fun facts, so I'm reading 22 things you didn't know about Jean Grey, written by Jacob Shelton, by The Ranker. Once a reminder, if I'm wrong about any of this, feel free to correct me in the comments below. I don't know if any of this is right. Number 1, she's one of the most powerful mutants in the Marvel Universe. She's always been powerful, but it was revealed that she is an Omega level mutant. I'm guessing that's really, really strong. Her powers have changed over the years. When Jean Grey was first introduced in X-Men number 1, she was simply telekinetic, but over the years she was revealed to have telepathy. That's actually interesting. In 2001, an issue of New X-Men revealed that she could absorb massive amounts of psionic energy from others and combined her telepathy and telekinesis. Most recently, she swapped powers with Psylocke and developed the ability to call upon Phoenix Raptors, which are exactly what they sound like. I think we're out of time. I hope you enjoyed those 2 fun facts. Okay, I just finished all the pieces that I had for Jean, and we're only missing this piece, but evidently it's not either of these. I don't know what those are. So let's move on to Wolverine now. Yay! Hey, hi, same thing, but now they're Wolverine fun facts. Now this is 19 things you didn't know about Wolverine. It's also from Ranker. He can grow bone claws. I think I knew that, and that also sounds disgusting. He has an alter ego named Darkclaw. I think I also knew that because that's in something that upcoming video. He mentors several female characters. In the comics, Wolverine has taken it upon himself to mentor some of the young girls of the X-Men. That makes it sound a bit creepy, but I know it's not creepy. Oh wait, it later says, it may seem a bit creepy with him being over 100 years old, but the girls he's mentor see him as a father figure. Yeah, that's what I meant too. He loves indulging, I'm guessing that means, yeah, in drinks and smoking. He didn't remember his past for a long time. He'll slay his friends if needed. I guess that's expected. He accidentally has 2 faces for a minute. What? I'll read this real quick. Artist John Byrne sketched a face for what he thought the Wolverine looked like under his mask, not knowing that artist Dave Kirkham already revealed Wolverine's face. When Byrne discovered this, he used what would have been Wolverine's face as his future arch nemesis Sabretooth. Okay, that's really interesting, actually. Again, we're definitely out of time. Oh my gosh, I actually did it. We just did most of the orange part. That was super easy. That was less than 10 minutes. Wow, that was actually really easy. Now let's get into the claws. Eyeball, and if I knew where his forehead was, I'd put it in, but I don't know where it is. Hi, I have 20 seconds to tell you one last Wolverine fun fact. He's been on a lot of superhero teams. On top of being a prominent member of the X-Men and X-Force, Wolverine has been a member of the Avengers and even the Fantastic Four. The only other character to be on the same 4 teams was Storm. That's really interesting. It's also a Storm fun fact. Great. If you're wondering what I just did to his legs, I'm looking through my collection of miscellaneous yellow pieces. Sorry, Marinette, I didn't mean to hit you. And it's actually weirdly easy, considering how many yellow pieces there were, but that was actually really easy to find. Aha! Is this the last piece of Jean that we were missing? It was! Yay! We finished Jean's section. She's so pretty! Sorry about crutch. In a non-weird way. Aha. Okay, everything's looking a lot better now that the middle section with Wolverine is now in. Well, technically the middle was Jean, but you get what I meant. We're gonna have to take a break now, but we did a really good job. First, My phone needs to charge. See you later. Hi. I wasn't ready. Hi, it's me. It's the next day. I don't know what it is with this puzzle. I don't know if it's me, but like this puzzle doesn't like to stay flat very much. So honestly, I will talk to you about Wolverine. But like the truth is, I am not confident. Like I don't trust myself to recount it to you because he's just like a guy that so much has happened to him over like so many years, you know. But what I will say is that like I have indeed been on I'm trying to find this piece on Wolverine's wiki before, and it was a few months ago, and I think the only reason I was there was because I was looking for how tall he was. Okay, this goes lower and this goes there maybe. What am I doing? Why am I making this so hard? I'm really nervous right now. For some reason I literally don't know why I'm nervous. Anyways, I was talking about his height. So I think like Wolverine is famously not very tall. So I think I was just like specifically curious about like how tall he isn't. I don't want to laugh at him because it's not a bad thing. Because I am also not tall in the slightest. If there are any Wolverine fans in the comments, I wonder, tell me, because I wonder if they get annoyed, because I'm sure like a lot of non-Wolverine fans bring it up like, oh, he's short. So do you get annoyed at that? I'm genuinely curious. I don't think it's a bad thing if you do get annoyed at that, if like people bring it up too much. And if you want to correct me on things, I think I've said it before, but like, if I get any facts wrong during these videos, feel free to correct me, because I know that I am a noob entering your fandom. So the difficult part of this puzzle is how many characters repeat colors. So obviously these three guys were the exact same yellow, and these two girls were different yellows than everyone else. So what I'm trying to do is like also do as many pieces that connect here, so that the pieces here and here will be easier to find later. Oh, I wanted to mention this, but I got completely distracted. So I was gonna mention, when I went onto Wolverine's wiki to check his height, I also checked his like family. Because that's another part, like if you're just entering through the fandom and you don't know shit, I think that's a part that was gonna be confusing. So I know families can change, and also people die. That also happens. And I was reading Wolverine's like family section, and it was so confusing because there were, first of all, there were so many clones. I know that like Wolverine's backstory has like part being experimented on and like sciencey stuff, but also there were so many clones. But the thing is that not only were there a ton of clones, there was also a ton of the same girl, as I remember. And from what I've heard, they are clones of the clone of the clone of that one girl. I forget if her name is Laurel or Laura or Lori, but that girl. And then there's like the fact is also like they're all freaking dead as well. Jeez, out of context. Just, I don't know any of these people, but I know that they're clones and I know that they're dead. I'm not finding any of the pieces I need. What the heck? The more you know, or the more you barely remember actually. I'm just gonna start building pieces of Julie if I see them, because you know what? All I am is staring at pieces of Jubilee at this point. Might as well just put some in. Do you think I can actually put pieces of Wolverine into Gambit section? Because I feel like I wanted to do that. But as we've seen in earlier sections, I'm not that very good of a sorter. Does anyone know that Ariana Grande clip where she's like, but they say I couldn't sing, from like Victorious? That's unrelated. Have you seen Victorious? I've never seen Victorious. But I didn't really watch Nick growing up. The show I always liked the most from Nick was the Thundermans. I don't know if that's controversial or anything, but I really like the Thundermans and I still actually like it. Well, anyways, in this boxy center, it'll feel like we did a lot more progress. Okay, you need to stop doing that. Okay, there we go. It's me. I left myself some very short time to be able to read some of Jubilee's wiki. So let's just get through it. This is the marvelfandom.com wiki. Jubilee is a mutant born with the ability to generate explosive energy blasts often compared to fireworks. After being orphaned as a young teen, I didn't know that, Jubilee ran away and survived as she could in a shopping mall in Beverly Hills by shoplifting and performing stunts. But, well, as a teenager you probably think, wow, living in a mall is cool. There she was impressed by the mutant heroes known as the X-Men, deciding to follow them through a teleporting portal to their base in Australia. What? They have a base in Australia in this version, where she stayed secretly hidden for a long time. At some point, Jubilee was forced to come out as the X-Men were attacked by the Deadly Reavers. She was rescued by the brutal Wolverine, with whom she formed a close bond and as a sidekick and a pupil. We read that in the fun facts. Okay, let's see. Throughout the years, Jubilee has represented a joyful character in mutant affairs. She carries her experience to the teenage mutant class called Generation X. She eventually fell victim to the mutant decimation and losing her powers. She rebranded herself as Wondra, to defy the system against superheroes alongside other depowered mutants. Okay, let's see. Name, Jubilation Lee. Current alias, Jubilee aliases, Wondra, Firecracker, Jubicita. Who's that from? Affiliations, parents, deceased. She has a paternal aunt and an adoptive son. I think I knew that. I don't know from where though. She's single. Great. She's alive, formerly deceased. That's great. Cause of death, killed by Nimrod. I don't know if that's a spoiler, I'm sorry. Personal information, identity, secret, citizenship, American, Krakowan, occupation, adventurer, former teacher, student, political activist, and education, graduate at Xavier Institute. That can't be that great of education. Okay. So that was really basic stuff, nothing super exciting, hopefully nothing super spoilery. I think that was just like the very basic information. This is super easy. Tell me she doesn't look like she would be a fear not. Like, in my mind, it just makes so much sense. Was that all of the pieces and I didn't even notice? Oh my gosh, that was all of the pieces and I didn't even notice. Crap. Where the heck do all of these pieces go? Isn't that then this is Gambit? We're not gonna get start Gambit right now. Like, I do think some K-pop fandoms. I'm gonna open Gambit's back just to look through it really quickly. But like, at least that Cyclops' chin. Wait, sorry, Bloom. Right. I've been looking for that for so long, and it was in Gambit's back the whole time. Right, I am an idiot. So, I feel like barding just feels like a fear nut thing to do. I think she would defend them online. I think that's part of being a fear nut. I'm not a fear nut, by the way. I listen to some of her Seraphim songs, but I am not a fear nut, so I'm just talking out of my ass. I feel like fear nuts have to be fierce online because of, you know, all the controversies that like Le Seraphim has had, regardless of like how deserved they were. I'm not gonna comment on that because I wouldn't get cancelled. I don't have any cancelable opinions on Le Seraphim. I'm just scared of K-pop stans, even though I am a K-pop stan. Fear nuts have to defend their faves online. And I think Jubilee would be like, I don't think she would let any of her faves get read on the internet. Are you saying that Jubilee looks like someone that would find people on the internet? Yes, I do think she would. And I'm not saying anything negative about fear nuts when I say that. That's just a K-pop stan thing to do, okay? It's a negative thing to do though, so please never get involved with stan Twitter beef. So I think she would defend her faves, and I think she would enjoy listening to their music while going out. I'm gonna move Bloom, excuse me. Thank you. Now, all of those sections are complete. If the puzzle was just these, would be done, but no, we're missing all of that. So like, it's not gonna be hard at all. Watch me eat my words next time. Bye.